Picture this, it's 2001, your mum's pushing a squeaky trolley through a fluorescent lit shopping centre in Sydney's west, and instead of swinging into the familiar red or green, Coles or Woolies, she drags you into a new shop you've never seen. You're confused, there's no music, barely any brands you recognise, and the middle of the store is full of ski jackets, deep fryers and camping gear, all on sale in the middle of September. You don't know if you've accidentally walked into a supermarket or a European bazaar. Fast forward 20 years, and Aldi is the place to go if you want to save on groceries, bag a $6 bottle of wine, and, let's be real, buy a chainsaw and a tent at the same time as your milk and bread. Aldi didn't just survive the Australian market, it changed the game. But how? How did a no-frills German supermarket not only crack the Colesworth duopoly, but also become a cult favourite for everyday Aussies, bargain hunters, and TikTokers alike? Let's unpack how Aldi quietly, methodically, and with a little bit of cheek outsmarted two of Australia's biggest retail giants and turned discount groceries into a national obsession. Aldi didn't exactly burst onto the scene with fireworks. In 2001, its first store opened in Bankstown, Western Sydney, with all the fanfare of a council bin collection. There were only 13 stores at launch. You walked in and immediately noticed what wasn't there. No background music, no in-store bakery smell wafting over from behind the aisles, no friendly fresh food people jingles, and almost zero recognizable brands. Instead, there were boxes stacked on pallets, a bring your own bags policy before it was trendy, and a checkout process so fast you'd swear the cashiers had shares in the company. The other thing Aldi brought? Mystery. You could find jars of mysterious German pickles, chocolate with names like Chausseur and Moser Roth, and the infamous special buys aisle, a place where every Aussie has bought at least one thing they never needed, but definitely wanted. At first, Aussies were skeptical. People joked Aldi was just the Aldi Dent supermarket, or a knockoff version of Franklin's, but curiosity and those weekly catalogues worked their magic. The secret to Aldi's success isn't really a secret at all. It's all about ruthless efficiency. While Coles and Woolies offer up to 30,000 products, Aldi limits its range to around 1,800 items. That means fewer choices, but also less confusion, and crucially, much lower prices. Instead of standing in the spreads aisle, debating which of 23 peanut butters to buy, you pick one, maybe two if you're feeling fancy. How does this save you money? Simple. By cutting down on stock keeping units, Aldi can buy in bulk, keep supply chains short and sweet, and pass the savings on. Plus, most of those products are Aldi's own brands, made by contract manufacturers, and most of the time, they're actually really good. In blind taste tests, Aldi's no-name chocolate, cheese, and even wine regularly trounce the expensive big-name stuff. But Aldi's efficiency doesn't stop at products. Its store layouts are almost identical, designed for quick shopping and even quicker restocking. There's no deli counter, no fresh bakery, and definitely no in-store butcher. Staff do everything: unpacking, shelf stocking, checkout, making each store run lean and mean with a fraction of the employees of a typical Coles or Woolies. And the legendary checkout speed? That's by design. There are no scales or distractions. Cashiers scan so fast, you better be ready to bag your own groceries or risk getting run over by a pensioner with serious Aldi game. But let's be honest, the real reason everyone talks about Aldi is that wild, unpredictable, glorious thing, the middle aisle or special buys. It's become an Aussie institution. One week, it's $20 ukuleles, the next, it's snow chains, robot vacuums, or a 5-kilogram wheel of cheese. There are full Facebook groups, subreddits, and entire TikTok accounts dedicated to hunting, rating, and reviewing Aldi special buys. People queue outside at 7:30 a.m. on a Wednesday just to grab a pressure washer or a heated throw blanket before they sell out. The randomness isn't a bug, it's a feature. That sense of discovery keeps people coming back week after week. Coles and Woolies have tried to copy the treasure hunt feel, but let's be real, no one is lining up outside Woolies for discounted kettlebells. For decades, Coles and Woolworths ruled the Australian supermarket scene. Down, everyday low prices. These campaigns were designed to make us feel like we had choices, but in reality, prices crept up and variety shrank. With Aldi entering the scene, suddenly the big two had a real challenger. The impact? Coles and Woolies started rolling out their own value brands and slashed prices on staples like milk and bread. They even started copying Aldi's store formats: simpler, cleaner, less glitz, more substance. In other words, Aldi didn't just win new customers, it made the old guard work for our money again. And here's a wild stat: since Aldi arrived, average grocery prices in Australia have decreased compared to other developed countries. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission even cited Aldi's presence as a key reason Coles and Woolies had to cut their margins and compete harder. What really makes Aldi tick? A unique mix of German operational genius and a knack for reading Aussie culture. Aldi's global logistics are a thing of beauty, single-source contracts, tight supplier relationships, and stores that run like clockwork. But Aldi also learned fast that Aussies won't just buy anything. Over time, they started tweaking products, more Aussie-sourced meat and veg, local milk, and even some homegrown snack faves. And the staff? Aldi famously pays above-award wages with some of the highest base supermarket pay rates in the country. That means you get staff who actually care. The company also keeps overheads low with multitasking roles. If you see someone stacking shelves, they'll be on checkout in 10 minutes. That's how you run a lean, mean, discounting machine. Even the trolley system, requiring a gold coin to unlock, wasn't just a Euro quirk. It was a way to keep costs low and car parks tidy. And now, nobody complains. It's all just part of the Aldi experience. Before Aldi, shopping cheap was a bit embarrassing. You'd hide the home brand can at the bottom of your basket. Now, Aldi made it a flex. Suddenly, bargain hunter became a compliment, not an insult. Aldi memes went viral, checkout challenge videos racked up millions of views, and middle aisle finds became prime social content. Their few TV ads were actually funny, their catalogs were events. And somehow, Aldi managed to convince us that packing your own groceries at lightning speed is a badge of honor, not a chore. Aldi's greatest trick? Evolving with the times, just enough. When Aussies wanted less plastic, Aldi launched recycling programs. When people demanded more local produce, Aldi responded. But what they didn't do was compromise the core. Simple stores, small range, private labels, and sharp pricing. They didn't launch a loyalty card. They didn't try to be premium. They just got better at being Aldi. Even during the pandemic, Aldi adapted quickly. In-store distancing, tap and go, better online specials, and contactless payments. It was agile while Coles and Woolies were still arguing over toilet paper rationing. Aldi's not perfect. Some folks complain about limited fresh food options, occasional hit or miss quality, or the sheer chaos of special buys day. Environmental critics have targeted their packaging, and some rural communities wish Aldi would spread further afield. But Aldi listens. It tweaks, adapts, and doubles down where it counts. Its slow, methodical expansion has made it one of the most trusted brands in the country. And with new stores, fresh lines, and a whole generation of Aussies who grew up thinking the trolley coin was normal, Aldi's here for the long haul. So next time you find yourself elbow deep in the special buys bin, racing to pack your groceries before the cashier's done scanning, or bragging about the $19 snow boots you scored in the middle of summer, take a second. Aldi isn't just a supermarket, it's a revolution. It took on Australia's retail giants, played by its own rules, and made budget shopping something to be proud of. Aldi didn't just break the duopoly, it made the Aussie supermarket world fun again. But what do you reckon? Are you an Aldi diehard, a special buys tragic, or still a loyal Colesworth shopper? Let us know in the comments and let's argue about who really makes the best home brand chocky. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss the next episode. Thanks for watching.